If you're headed out of town over the long Independence Day holiday stretch, you better expect a lot of company. You're not alone, whether you're flying out of Charlotte Douglas or hitting the roads.
Yeah, Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot Maykay Beely joining us with what you need to know. Maykay?
All right, here we go. We're going to talk about air travel first.
All
Okay,
right.
believe it or not, this year is going to be a little bit less crowded than last year at CLT, but officials still encourage you to leave early and plan ahead for a smooth and stress-free experience. Now, starting this Thursday, July 3rd, through next Tuesday, the 8th, Charlotte Douglas projects 925,000 passengers will travel through the airport. This represents actually a 2.5 decrease from the same time last year. Brace yourself for the biggest crowds on Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. These are forecasted to be the busiest travel days at CLT. Now, regarding the crowded airways and the skies, the FAA predicts the least number of flights on July 4th and the most on Thursday.
All right, that's for the flyers out there. What about if you're hitting the road? What can they expect?
Okay, so AAA predicts 2 million North Carolinians will travel by car, but what about gas? Is it affordable? So, you know, travel experts, they fear that those strikes on Iranian nuclear sites were going to cause a surge in oil prices. You know, the uncertainty of the global market, maybe raising gas prices, but, you know, it really didn't happen. There was just a brief bump. And now gas prices have dropped. So according to Gas Buddy, the price for regular gas fell 2.8 cents from last week's average. AAA says the average price per gallon in North Carolina, about $2.92, South Carolina, $2.86. The forecast national average, it's actually down 35 cents from last July 4, making this the lowest Independent Day price since 2021. Pretty good if you're going to drive.
All right, let's switch back to the nation's airport.
Okay.
TSA is expecting to screen over 18.5 million passengers nationwide during the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
So what message do they have for
All
flyers?
right, the big thing, fireworks, they don't fly. Fireworks don't fly, they don't fly. All explosives are prohibited on aircraft, even little sparklers. Can't check them, and luggage can't carry them on. Buy them at your destination after you disembark. Are you packing heat? Firearms can fly, but only in checked luggage. Don't forget this. This is a huge problem. It's got to be in a locked, hard-sided case, unloaded. You got to tell your airline about it. You cannot put it in a carry-on. If you do, law enforcement will be notified. You may be fined, jailed, and you will be embarrassed. Don't forget the real ID. You got to have that driver's license with the star in the upper right-hand corner. If not, an alternative compliant ID.
What if I want to take my pet with me on a flight somewhere?
So this is a big thing,
It
Fluffy
is.
and Fido. Must have a reservation in advance. Don't just show up at the airport with your dog. They got to have a reservation in advance. And space is limited in the cabin, and it may be too hot to put them in the cargo. Okay, if it's above 85 degrees, they won't accept animals for the cargo. Health certificates are needed from your vet. All right, you may think this is a no-brainer, but listen, never put your little pet, like a teacup handbag dog that you may carry in your purse or a little carry-on bag, don't put it on the conveyor belt through the X-ray.
Ew. Yeah, I'm guessing people have done that.
Carry it with you as you walk through.
Okay.
Some of them, they don't know they're there. They're like in a little purse.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so no
Okay.
Fido and Fluffy through the
Through the
X-ray. Got it.
machine.
Okay.
Okay. And Fido, little Fido.
Yeah.
The Fido.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Happy
Good tips.
Fourth.
No, make sure to take care of the firearms, no fireworks, no Fido, no Fluffy. Okay, got it. All the F's that you need to pay attention on the 4th,
Happy
which is another
4th,
F.
everybody.
Happy 4th. Maykay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.